Good morning, everyone. This is Robert Martin, the commissioner of the City to City NFL Picks League. I'm sorry I couldn't reach out to you guys this past weekend. I was busy trying to find members to join and help run this league. And I think I got the right people. Matter of fact, I know I got the right people to help run this league. The first member will be Giovanni Ricchino, and he's based out of Alabama. The second person will be T. Hickerson. He's based out of Harrisburg. And the third person will be Tanner Turner, based out of Susquehanna. So to start this off, this will be an all money lines pick league. So basically, you're just picking a winner. This isn't fantasy. This is short and simple and straight to the point. We will be using the FanDuel odds to determine the point system for each game. And I think this is going to help so we don't have any ties at the end of the season. So basically what I mean by that is, so for week 1, for the Ravens and the Chiefs, they have the Ravens as the underdog team and the Chiefs pick to win. For the Chiefs, they have them as a -154 and they have the Ravens at a +130. So for any team that you pick that is picked to win the game, and they do win, you only get 1 point. But for the underdog team, since the Ravens is a +130, if you pick the Ravens to beat the Chiefs, that means you get a +1.3 points if you pick them and they win. So for any team that's picked to win, it counts as 1 point. And if you pick a team that's picked to lose and they win, you are going to get those extra points. Just like how FanDuel, it can be a +114, +180, +146. If it's a +180, that means you get a +1.8 points. If it's a +114, that means you get a +1.1 point. And if it's a +146, that means you get a +1.4. And then at the end of the week, that's how you will calculate your score. We're going to calculate all the scores, but you should also have your score down packed as well, because we're humans and humans make mistakes as well, but we're going to be on top of our game. So just make sure you're counting your points as well. So I know there was probably going to be a little bit confusion where I couldn't put all that on into the status. For your Thursday night games, you will send in that pick separate from your Sunday and Monday game. So if you're betting on that Thursday night game, your pick has to be in Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we will be real strict with you getting in your submission with your picks on time. Because if you don't get them in on time, then you miss out on the points for that game or for that week. For your Sunday and Monday games, your ticket has to be in Saturday by 8 p.m. And I know people are going to be talking about, well, what about injuries? What about if this player doesn't play and such and such a? Well, us being gamblers, you should understand that you can see all this information online. Who's practicing, who missed practice, who was a full participant, who was a limited participant, and who did not participate. So that's your job to figure out if you want to bet on this team. If you just seen Patrick Mahomes didn't practice for the whole week, or if Lamar Jackson didn't practice for the whole week, or Derrick Henry. So that's just basically you doing your due diligence to say, hey, I'm going to bet on this team, even though I got the information that he missed 3 days of practice this week or 4 days. So that's basically how we're going to run it. We're also going to send information into the final group chat that we'll have on Facebook once we figure out who the members are and who's joining. It will be a private Facebook group. Once the deadline to submit your $50 will be August 31st. So you got from now to the August 31st to submit your money. And I'm also going to send my Cash App into the chat, into the group chat. And when you submit your picks, you're going to be sending them directly to the city to city email. I'll make sure I have that email as well in the chat. When you send in your picks, mind you, it's going to be 2 separate days you sending your picks. You're going to be sending in your picks for your Thursday game on Wednesday, and you're going to be sending in your other picks on Saturday for your Sunday and Monday games. Once you send in your picks, make sure you put your first and last name. And the reason why we're sending them to the email is so we can have timestamps so there's no confusion on when you sent it and who you sent it to. So we're going to have everybody sending in their picks to the same email. What else? Let me see here. And another thing, once the money is sent into my Cash App, every week I'll send a screenshot of the money in the Cash App so everybody know that their money is secure and in a safe spot. We're going to determine. So I want 3 winners. I honestly want 3 winners, and I think we can have 3 winners if we reach a certain amount of people that join the league. So the more people that join the league, the more money that goes to the pot. Mind you, everything that's put in, everybody that signs up to be in the league, everybody's money is going to the pot. Everybody's. So, and I'll be sending in that picture weekly into the chat just so, like I said, everybody feels comfortable just knowing that their money is there. So, another thing, make sure you're checking the group for weekly updates and information, because we'll be sending in injury reports and stuff like that just so everybody can get a heads up on what's to come, you know, and make sure that you're also doing your own homework. And if I was you guys, I would make sure I would download Twitter and follow every NFL team, because like I said, they give you the updates for each practice. It's not like the NBA and other sports. It's basically, you will get fined. NFL teams will get fined if they don't tell you who was practicing each and every day. So that's really going to help you by doing your own homework and not just looking at ESPN. You got to go onto the page because they have a practice report with names on it that show you, all right, this person didn't practice, this person did, this person was limited, so on and so on. So that can give you an understanding on how you want to bet. So every Monday, I'm going to send in a picture to the chat with the schedule of the games, and it's going to have what the team is, like what points you could get for picking for each team, basically. I'm going to make sure I send that picture every Monday. So those are going to be the odds we're going to use from FanDuel, and they're going to be over top of each team. So you know, all right, this is what I'm going to get if I pick this team. This is what I'm going to get if I pick this team. So if the odds change towards the end of the week, then that's their odds. We don't go off of those odds. We go off of the odds that me or anybody in the committee sends into the chat. Those are the final odds that we're going to go off of. Because at the end of the day, we can't wait to the last minute to get tickets in, because some teams might not tell you who's playing until the very last minute. And I don't want to be in a last minute league, because that's how a lot of stuff goes wrong when you're last minute. What else? If anybody has any questions or answers, my bad. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. Like I said, the due date is August 31st. So we're open ears for any good ideas or suggestions. Like I said before, this is just another way of gambling. So basically, if there's 3 winners, it's basically like having 3 FanDuel tickets, giving yourself an opportunity to win on one of those tickets. So if you feel like you know your sports, this is definitely the league. I'm in another league as well that's something like this, but it's family oriented. And a lady won this league last year. I wasn't in the league though, but a lady won the whole thing last year. So females that are in this league, you definitely have a chance, because it's a 50-50. That's all it is. It's a 50-50 who you think is going to win. You also going to have to do your homework, but you have a good chance of winning. So like I said, I think this league can grow and be something special for years to come. And this is just something new, something refreshing. Everybody doesn't want to do fantasy because it takes a lot of time. I never did fantasy personally, but I think this is something that people will like. And like I said, we'll have information being sent into the group, and we'll be operating out of Facebook. We're going to make it private, and that's what we're going to go off of. So I hope everybody has a good day, and I can't wait to get this thing started.